Some dreams are so powerful they change the world. The dream of supersonic flight became real with Concorde. This magnificent white bird was a symbol of human achievement. Concorde broke the boundaries of time and distance. Imagine breakfast in London and lunch in New York. Concorde made it possible. It raced the sun across the Atlantic, often winning. Its four mighty engines roared, a sound of humanity pushing past its limits. For those who flew on it, Concorde was almost magical. It shrank the Atlantic, cutting travel time in half. Passengers soared so high they saw the curve of the Earth. Though Concorde no longer flies, its story continues to inspire. Its legacy lives on in every dream that dares to touch the sky. And though it no longer flies, its spirit endures. The sky remembers. Concorde was a masterpiece of engineering, built to conquer the impossible. Flying at Mach 2, its nose would heat to over 127 degrees Celsius, so engineers used special alloys and reflective white paint to manage the heat. Even the tiny windows were designed to withstand the pressure at 60,000 feet. The cabin was narrow, with just 2 seats on each side, but the luxury was in the speed. Takeoff pressed you into your seat. Passing the sound barrier brought a gentle surge, not a boom. A digital display showed your speed, Mach 1, then Mach 2, faster than a rifle bullet. At cruising altitude you soared above the weather, looking out at the curve of the Earth and the darkness of space. On board, fine champagne and gourmet meals were served with pride. Concorde was an exclusive club for those who traveled at the speed of thought. Every part of Concorde was a solution to a problem. Delta wings for high-speed stability, special engine intakes to slow the air, and the iconic droop nose for pilot visibility. It was not just built, it was sculpted by the laws of physics. Concorde was a beautiful, functional work of art. The journey was so fast, you'd arrive before you could adjust your watch. The crew were proud, the passengers exhilarated. Concorde was the ultimate expression of speed and elegance. It remains unmatched. Concorde's story is also one of international partnership. In the 1950s, Britain and France were rivals, each dreaming of supersonic travel. Both realized the challenge was too great to tackle alone. In 1962, they signed a historic treaty, binding their nations to a shared vision. The name Concorde, meaning harmony, was chosen to reflect this unity. The British built the fuselage and engines, the French the wings and center section. Collaboration wasn't easy. Language barriers, different standards, and political squabbles tested the teams. But engineers on both sides were united by ambition. They communicated through drawings, mathematics, and a shared desire to push the boundaries of flight. In 1969, the first prototypes took to the skies, one from Toulouse, one from Filton. The world watched in amazement as Concorde became a symbol of European cooperation and technological prowess. Only through partnership could such a marvel exist. Concorde was more than a joint venture. It was proof that shared ambition can achieve the impossible. The Whitebird was a product of two cultures united in a single supersonic dream. It set a new standard for what nations could accomplish together. The alliance forged in the skies changed aviation forever. Concorde's creation was a triumph of unity over rivalry. It showed the world the power of collaboration, and it flew higher because of it. Concorde's journey was turbulent from the start. The sonic boom led to protests and bans on supersonic flight over land, limiting its routes. Costs soared, and only British Airways and Air France flew Concorde commercially. The 1973 oil crisis made things worse as Concorde burned enormous fuel. Only 14 Concordes entered service, and tickets were a luxury. In 2000, tragedy struck when Air France Flight 4590 crashed after takeoff. The accident shattered public confidence and marked the beginning of the end. Concorde's brilliance was matched by its challenges. Its trials shaped the future of flight. The crash of Flight 4590 was a blow Concorde never recovered from. The fleet was grounded, and engineers worked to make it safer, adding Kevlar linings and stronger tires. Concorde returned to service, but the world had changed. After 9/11's air travel declined, and the appetite for expensive premium flights vanished. Concorde's high costs and aging technology became impossible to ignore. Maintenance was astronomical, spare parts scarce, and support charges rising. British Airways and Air France faced a hard choice: keep pouring money into a loss, or let go. In 2003, they announced Concorde's retirement. The final flights were emotional, with crowds gathering to say goodbye. On October 24, 2003, the last Concorde landed at Heathrow, ending an era. The age of supersonic passenger travel was over. The magnificent white bird became a museum piece, a relic of ambition and innovation. For many, it felt like the future was being cancelled. Concorde's end was a reminder that even the greatest dreams must face reality. Its legacy, however, endures. The dream of speed lives on, waiting for its next chapter. Concorde's final flight was not the end, but a pause in the pursuit of the sky. Concorde's legacy is a powerful teacher for today's engineers and dreamers. Its triumphs and failures shape the next generation of high-speed aircraft. Concorde taught us about the environment. Its engines were noisy and inefficient, and its sonic boom limited its routes. The next supersonic jets must be quieter, cleaner, and more efficient. Concorde's materials and aerodynamics provided decades of invaluable data. Today, carbon composites and advanced designs promise lighter, faster, and more fuel-efficient planes. The economic lesson was clear: a single, premium-only jet is not sustainable. Future supersonic travel must be accessible and economically viable. Lower costs, efficient engines, and smarter designs are the new goals. Public acceptance is crucial. Technology must serve society and respect the environment. Research now focuses on eliminating the sonic boom and reducing noise. The spirit of Concorde was about pushing boundaries. The next generation aims to do so responsibly, combining speed with sustainability. Concorde's story is a guide for the future. Its lessons are the foundation for what comes next. The dream of supersonic travel didn't die with Concorde, it's being reborn. Today, pioneers like Boom Supersonic are building the Overture, aiming for Mach 1.7 and up to 80 passengers. Overture will use 100% sustainable aviation fuel, dramatically reducing its carbon footprint. It's designed to be quieter, with airport noise no louder than today's long-haul jets. Major airlines are already placing orders, signaling renewed confidence in supersonic travel. NASA's X-59 Quest is tackling the sonic boom, aiming for a quiet thump instead of a boom. If successful, it could open the door to supersonic flight over land. China is researching hypersonic jets, Mach 5 and beyond, promising Beijing to New York in 2 hours. These new aircraft will use advanced composites and supercomputers to push the limits of speed. The dream is now global, connecting the world in just a few hours. The phoenix of high-speed flight is rising from Concorde's ashes. This time it's smarter, cleaner, and more ambitious. The race for speed is on again. The future of flight is being written by those who dare to dream bigger. Supersonic travel is no longer a fantasy, it's on the horizon. The sky is calling once more. Imagine a world where distance is no longer a barrier. Supersonic and hypersonic travel promise to fundamentally change our relationship with the planet. Business deals can happen face-to-face, and opportunities once out of reach become possible. Families separated by oceans could see each other more often. A weekend trip across continents could become routine. This technology weaves the fabric of human connection tighter than ever before. It transforms the planet into a single, accessible neighborhood. Faster travel fosters cultural understanding and empathy. Experiencing new places firsthand breaks down stereotypes and builds global citizenship. The spirit of Concorde was bold ambition, a refusal to accept limits. That spirit is alive today, driving a new revolution in travel. The dream of the white bird is being reborn as a global movement for connection. We are learning to fly fast again, not just for speed, but to bring humanity closer. The sky is not the limit, it's an invitation. The future is about connection, understanding, and possibility. The world is ready to dream big once more.